Bye. Let's see. Huh. Just refresh this again. Okay. Okay, cool. So this should be working. This should be working. All of them should be working. Just lower that music. Right. I think this should be working. Yeah. I'm getting better at this. At least on the technical stuff. Right. Just move this over here. Hi. Okay. So yesterday I drew this muse, and normally I use a regular pen, highlighter, and Sharpie. Please feel free to let me know if you can hear me. That would help a lot. I'm guessing I can. Let me see. I'm just gonna check sound for a split second. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So that's working. All right. Feel free to ask questions if you like, or if you want to mention something. You should, if you comment something, it should appear on camera, so at least on screen rather. So let's get to it, I guess. All right. This time I'm going to try not to forget to film. Hola. Okay. Let's go for this. One shot. I don't know what I should draw today. I'm thinking about that. Haven't considered yet. Maybe I'll keep going with the Muse theme, which is a recurring theme for me. Yeah. Get some of that coffee there. Let's think about this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do a full pose. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it work, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. Come on, this camera. Okay. Lower the brightness, and it means you cannot see anything. Thanks for joining. See if I can get a full pose. I'll try this in some time. I try to do light pass first because I'm using what? Hello. A rose? I understand that, but anyway. Thanks for the like. Try to normally you don't draw this kind of thing like this. Like, well, I guess everybody draws differently. You usually do like the structure and then draw the details on top. That's one approach. There's others. Like sometimes I change between those like different approaches to drawing because um, I feel like when you use the structure method, for me at least, it can look a little bit stiff. So I try to. Another thing is that this is getting in my way. Let's see. So sometimes focusing on the shape helps the drawing be more fluid. This could be hit and miss because, as I said, I'm using a pen, so sometimes I do it and it works fine. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really needed one, but I think I overdid it. I wanted to keep my the front. Let's see. Yeah, this paper fights you when you're using a pen. I'll learn from my own mistakes. Well, I do. I say that as just sometimes I ignore some of the learnings, I guess. I think I prefer to draw the hand here at the front. Just gonna focus on the shapes. Yeah. I can fix that hand if I need to after. This is too small of a tie. It's not a tie, it's a... What's the name of it in English? I cannot recall it. This is the tie, and I don't remember it. Like the knee, and then you have the quadricep. No, what am I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see, where should it at the hand? Yeah, the tie should be this, right? This is a tie, but this one is the... So you have the leg, the whole leg. Come on, man. Just just gonna Google it. In Spanish, it would be like, this is kind of messy, but batata. Let's see. Come on. Oh, the cuff. Yeah. I was looking for that word, and yeah, my brain was not braining. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's the word. Cough. Darn it. That word is complicated. Cough. Let's see. Come on.
Calf.
There you go.
Calf.
Calf. Brain not braining. No worries. Bye. Calf. Okay. That makes sense. Hola. Thanks for joining. Okay. Why did it stop? The music stopped. Ah, because of course. Yeah. Alright. That should give me, I don't know how many minutes. It should get something like here. That should work. Okay. And figure out what to do with the other hand and leg. I could probably just I think I can do. Usually I don't do that, but I'm going to try. So I said I was gonna try a full post. Yesterday I wanted to try something like this. I just, I don't know. It just didn't work out that way. And I messed it up. I don't see, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see. I guess something like this. Maybe. No. Yeah, something like this better. Anyway. Yeah. Guess you're gonna see some moving feet or something on the drawing. Anyway. Actually, the proportions are not perfect, but yet again, drawing with a pen, so also I don't like to stay with the mistakes I did for too long. I don't think that helps. Okay, will be like the second, third shot. Let's see. Yeah. So now I have 3 shots. I need. Yeah. Like I'm not. Okay. What do you mean? Okay, Facebook, relax. Anyway. Hmm. I think so. Actually, let me check. That's a good question. Yeah, it just doesn't. I think it doesn't show up. Why doesn't it take the. Maybe it does if I do this? You're right. Somebody was typing and no, nothing appeared on screen. That's weird. Uh, hmm. Why doesn't it do it? No clue. Scroll to bottom. No, it just takes two of all the options here. Oh god. Anyway, it's just overthinking it. Like it's just this is I was listening to somebody talk about this tool that I'm using. I was saying, like, at least if you have that on screen, you don't look like a crazy person talking to yourself. Like, you can see that I'm talking to to people that comment. So yeah, but I don't know why it doesn't take this. Hmm. I'm actually curious about this. Extended shot. No. Hmm. Hmm. Who knows? Well, this is yeah. Should change the hand a second. Oh my god, terrible hand, terrible hand. Eh, it's hard to tell what is going on with this hand. That's the thing. If I continue to mess with it, I'm gonna mess it up even more. And this finger should be less exaggerated. So yeah, if you're gonna draw something like this, if you focus on the overall shape, which I mentioned a lot in one of my videos, then you can go back and do details on the thing that you're trying to draw. If you start with the details, then it's easier to end up with a drawing that doesn't look that good. Like, even though this is not, like, I'm looking at it right now and this should be like to there or something, yeah. But I didn't want to cut this at that point. Like, the proportions should be something more like that. I didn't want to mess it up, but yeah, what you gonna do? I know that you mentioned something about like a skyline. I've done stuff like that in the past, but I'm I'm not huge on doing backgrounds. Sometimes I draw backgrounds, but I don't enjoy it. So I guess I can do like a side thing, like a side quest of a skyline or something. Like, we had one assignment way back when I was in school still, that you would have to do, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 buildings in 2 and 3 point perspectives. Oh my god. Like, you have to add so much detail if you get into a really complex design. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I just take them into account. Uh, like I that way by taking into account people's suggestions. That's sorry. That's how I was able to make a video that got to like a million views on Instagram. But I guess I don't know. Like the algorithm for all platforms is kind of odd and it just changes back and forth. Sometimes it favors you and sometimes it just doesn't want to let go. Yeah. uh, that wasn't easy. It just took me like I don't know. I was at that point. I think I was at 300 and something drawings, something like that. Like I'm what I mean by that is like doing like drawings consistently almost every day. I was at the beginning I was doing every single day, but then to balance it out, I can just okay. I'm gonna take the weekends off. Uh, but yeah, it's it's just a matter of dedication, I guess. I've been trying to, I guess, chase that dragon, but yeah, it's just like some creators they do like 3 pieces of content a day, and I guess it's fine if you what you do normally for the content is talking. That's way easier to produce. But if you're an artist, like what are you supposed to do? Like my thought process goes to like, am I supposed to do 3 pieces of artwork a day? That's not feasible. Like I mean, I can do it, but like anybody would burn out. So I tried for a while to kind of add some other types of content, and I guess this long version is what I find to be the most I don't know, like the one that goes best with what I do. So I have my short videos and I have this stuff just long format. I don't want to add the nose that low. She should have the nose like it looks fine. Just she has a shorter jaw, I guess. So yeah, it's actually pinned to my Instagram if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's a whole thread. Like I started making drawings of what people suggested, and it just turned into this awesome uh, like convergence of cool stuff. Sometimes that type of thing is like hit or miss. Unless you go another route that sometimes I do, but I don't particularly like is doing like fan art. Like I try to do my own thing, and I guess that's why I don't grow on social media as fast as others that just do like really famous things. uh, but yeah, doing fine art is it's not my cup of tea either. So my, my wife is the one that's always telling me like, well, you have to figure something out because if you don't want to do what is trendy and that sort of thing, like you have to just be patient, I guess, because you're trying to do your own stuff as much as you can. See, this drawing shows uh, one of my tendencies is to like do the human figure like really stylized. This is like without me trying to do it, it just happens. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you're if you're doing fan art, then in let's say you get famous for doing that. Like, is that all you're gonna do? And I mean, there's some really good ones, and the ones that are most talented, they just I would say like the best version of that is when you take an IP and you kind of make it into your own version. So you set it up into your own. Let me just lower that music. It just like you make it your own style. That usually looks better than trying to do something within somebody else's style. But yeah, sometimes I do it and it looks cool. Sometimes I don't know. I don't like it. But yeah, it's a whole venue of like there's a industry of fun art and all sorts of odd stuff you can find. Still a little bit exaggerated, but if I keep doing it like that's good enough. Just leave it at that. Hopefully you can see you can get the gist of it. Uh, I like it. I made the neck too long, but that's what it is. I guess I could try to leave it at that. I know that this is exaggerated. and I don't like that. That's not gonna fix it. Let's just try to go with this. Huh. Weird. Just gonna trying to film this like another. I need another shot. There we go. I just trying to change it because if I do the same spot, it just that's good. Can work with that. Yeah. Some mocha influence in in the stuff I do. He was such a master of illustration. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look him up. Yeah, I thought about adding like having guests and that sort of thing. It just I don't know. Uh, I'm not I'm not great at socializing. but I can, I guess I can, sometimes I could turn it on and off. At least I've done it sometimes. And as I mentioned, I used to be way more uh, social, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I think that would definitely be something positive if I could find some, I don't know, artists that I'd be interested in talking to, or asking them questions. That'll be awesome. Like maybe interview them. It's also a little bit nerve wracking because if it's somebody that is really prominent, then and you bring them into this stuff, like into this, just me doing a random sketch. I don't know. Maybe it could be cool. As I said, I'm just not the best with words. I'm trying to get better at it. That's why I'm doing this live streams as well, to get more comfortable with interacting with people and doing something that is not usually comfortable for me. So just getting out of my comfort zone. I guess if I find people that I already know, then it wouldn't be that. It can be just whoever. Now that I'm thinking about it, it could be whoever wants to join and talk for a little bit. But the thing is, because I do this live streams in English, then the person that I talk to would have to talk in English. So there's a little bit of an issue there, because I would have to find English speaking people. So I would have to probably do a Zoom call, or just let them know in advance. Like, listen, I do this stuff in English. I don't know how comfortable you are with it, so with the language. So, oh, that too, I guess. Like I talk in a language, and I could that maybe I did that actually when I started the YouTube channel. I I made quite a few videos in English and in Spanish. So I would like, that's insane. I wouldn't recommend nobody doing that. Like, I was doing a video, like the same video I would do in English, and then I would do in Spanish, or vice versa. I would do it in Spanish and then make a version in English, and they just didn't like people would interact with the English version. They wouldn't pay attention to the other version. So I just, and the other thing, like, I just left it at that. The other thing is that uh, once you start looking into making a YouTube channel, now they have an option that allows you to translate videos automatically for really big creators. But if you're like me that have just a couple thousand, then you don't have that option. So you have to choose a language and stick to it. Um, and I guess I didn't extend about the explanation before, but that's the reason for my channel being in a different language. Um, but yeah, I could try to do something like that, like I don't know, half, yeah, uh, kind of like subtitles or captions. That whole feature, that would be awesome if they activated for all creators, because that means I wouldn't have the issue anymore, and I can do English or Spanish, and it wouldn't matter, because you can watch the video in whatever language you like. Having said this, me particularly, I don't like it, even if it's like Japanese. I prefer to watch the video on the original language with captions, meaning the way the person talked originally. Doesn't matter if they were talking English or whatever language, German. It just doesn't feel the same way. It loses the emotion of the person, which is weird, but it does. There's some really good translations, but for movies sometimes. But a YouTube video usually is like automatically translated, probably AI generated, and it doesn't. It sounds weird. You can check it out if you like. Like I'm pretty sure, like I don't know if that uh, this would pump up my ranking, but you check Mr. Beast videos. He has that option. Like you, actually, he used to, I think he had like different channels for different languages, which is I couldn't like. I guess if you're that huge of a creator, you can do something like that. He probably had like a bunch of translators that would do that for him. And but I've seen from different channels that are really big, where you get the translated version and like, what? Not this sounds so weird, because you're used to listening to them in the original language. So yeah, but that would be an option. It's definitely something that they use a lot in documentaries, with the person they're interviewing someone that doesn't speak the language of the documentary. I'm just rambling here, my nonsense. Well, I don't have much more than my nonsense doing this. Let's see. Hopefully that doesn't overpower everything. I don't know. I want to just do that. There you go. Because I overdid it, and I overdid it again with the eyelash. Okay. Yeah, I have that sort of underlying theme of I think the inspiration for that, it's a little bit from uh, 300. There's this scene that I remember when I first saw that movie on like I went to the theater and saw it, and there was this that case it was like clairvoyant a girl that was they filmed the shot. It was actually underwater, but it looked like she was like floating in midair. So that kind of got like stuck in my mind, and that mixed together with Muka and some other stuff, other themes I kind of enjoy. So I put some of that stuff into my work. Also, the other thing is my favorite thing. Like I love going to the beach. I wanted to actually at some point live near one, or like right there in an island or something like that. So that's something I really like. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, apparently it doesn't take the chat. It's weird. It's really weird. Anyway, just leave it at that. So yeah, I wanted to live near the beach. I used to go a lot to a beach that was more than a few hours away from where we lived. And Venezuela is well known for awesome uh, beaches, like a great coastal line. So right in the Caribbean, and I think it's the greatest, the largest Caribbean coastline in that area. I would have to double check, but I think that's the case. So it's like on my mind all the time. Can you spell the illustrator's name? Muka, uh, Mucha, Muka, Mucha. Uh, so yeah, let me see. I can. You can probably see Alphonse Muka. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, just yeah, me talking like nonsense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like this is like everybody knows about this. Or if you haven't, like his work was incredible, incredible. Like his his way of representing women was amazing, and his mix of color and it's just incredible. Like his work is just so inspiring, and he wasn't only an illustrator. He was like kind of a graphic designer too. So I guess I take inspiration from him because uh, like on my career I had to work a lot as a designer. So yeah, of course you cannot always translate what I'm talking about into a design, like for a client, but that mix of using graphics and illustration, I find it interesting. I guess that's why I was interested in making a brand, like a clothing brand. Now I'll be happy if I can get monetized and just pay my bills. That's my dream. Just being able to pay my bills, not worry that much about money. That'll be awesome. Exactly. Yeah. Art Deco. I remember this is a embarrassing uh, story. But I I joined one of like a it was like a live stream they were promoting for really prominent um, designing company that they teach you a bunch of stuff. Anyway, the thing was, I I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible like in social like speaking in public. I'm terrible at that. So I got like me trying to get out of my comfort zone and that sort of thing. So I get in the thing. Oh God. Uh, I get to ask a question. So I start asking. I don't even remember the question. And then I get asked, "Oh, so what type of art you do?" Well, it's a I don't know what I said, but it was something so stupid. Like I mixed the styles together. Um, I said something like crafts and Art Nouveau. I think I said something like that. Oh my god! It's maybe it sounds super silly, but doing that in public, like for others to see and experience, oh god, I hate it. There's a whole thing about people not wanting to be embarrassed in public. Apparently, we're trying to escape um, judgment. Like you would be fighting for your life if you were faced by your tribe. So yeah. Anyway, just a little sidetrack there, I guess. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that nerves. I read a lot about it. Like when you and I saw I think it was a TED talk or about someone talking about the same subject. That apparently when you get nervous for whatever the reason may be, you kind of lobotomize yourself, which is when I heard that person talking about that, because he what he did on the thing was that he took somebody from the audience, and like he brought a heart monitor. So he connects a person to a heart monitor in front of, like, I don't know, 1,000 people or hundreds of people. Like, just him bringing the person up and connecting him to the machine, his heart rate just started going up just by doing that. And he did like at that point he wasn't even asking anything. And when he started asking him math questions, and, like, I don't know, simple things like 2 plus 2 and that sort of thing, and he started, like, playing around with the questions that he was throwing at them, at the person, and then he threw like a curve. Like, the person couldn't answer. He started just saying nonsense, and basically what he was saying is that could happen to anybody. Like, if you're speaking in public and you're not used to it, and it's something that, I don't know, gets your heart uh, raised, it's easy to lose what the hell you're talking about, and just, like, freeze. Or and yeah, that's that's one of the main reasons that I'm doing this, which I mentioned a few times. uh, is trying to face my fear of public speaking, which, it's uh, if you start thinking about it, it's like, this is ridiculous. It's just talking, but it's a thing. It's so much a thing that people talk good, pay good money to learn to overcome that stuff. And I guess one of the things I learned, because, as I said, I don't feel I'm good at that part of the thing, is practicing. Like, if you practice what you're going to talk about, or at least you have sort of like a plan of what you're going to yap about, then it's simple. It's way more manageable than not having any plan whatsoever and trying to do it. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. So that's the reason why uh, it's so complex to deal with it. Like, there's some people that just don't care. They're great at that stuff. Like, I guess they have a frontal lobe that is, like, you got whacked in the head, or yeah, something that doesn't let them think about that stuff. If it's something really mild, you can you can do fine doing a lot of things. Uh, it can get serious if it's severely damaged. But there's some people that go around that just, it could they could care less about speaking to 1,000 people, talking to 2 million people. They don't. Of course, you're gonna get, like, I'm pretty sure you get a different vibe from the people that you're addressing. Uh, I guess the most the largest audience I've faced, been like 200 people or something, doing a thesis. thesis presentation. Uh, yeah, it was like 200 people. But imagine that on steroids, like thousands and thousands, like some a musician. I guess that's different because you already know what you're gonna play, I guess, and people that go to see a musician, they already know what they're expecting from the experience, and they already want to see that person perform. So no surprise. But it's different if it's something. Yeah, I'm terrible at it. Thanks for joining, by the way. uh, yeah, I remember when what I was talking about my thesis. I practiced the heck out of what I was going to talk about, and actually my my mom that that knows how shy I am to speak in public afterwards because of course there's like half the school and teachers and like they let your family members to come in and let you present. She was like, I feel like I saw a different person. And yeah, I guess so. If you practice the thing that you're gonna talk about, so you already have a plan, and you don't have to stop and think, or you're not bringing stuff off the cuff, then it's easier to manage. At least if you have like a um, I don't know, like a base plan for it. There's also something to be said about improvising, which I admire the heck out of comedians that they do that all the time. Like I'm I thought of it, like just the idea of standing in front of an audience like that, like that's talk about being exposed. Like you think about doing 10 minutes in front of somebody. It's like a bunch of people that probably drunk or just there to have a good time, and you're just trying to learn the ropes of whatever you're trying to do. Like that career, that must be stressful. I guess after a while you kind of get used to it, but damn. They boo you out of the stage. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Still doing the making mistakes is part of the experience. Just embrace it. Dun, dun. Do I believe that modern art is ridiculous? That's kind of a tough question. I wouldn't say it's ridiculous when there's there's some artists that are great at bringing concepts that they have in their mind turn them into like really abstract versions of that idea. Yeah, I get what you're where you're getting at, and that type of thing. Sure, that to me it's like, I don't know. I don't see the point. But there, like for example, and I don't know. I don't know if I should even mention him, but there's a Chinese artist. Um, I'm trying to remember his name. Come on. Anyway, there's this Chinese artist that he actually got like his he cannot get out of his house without surveillance, and he doesn't have his passport anymore. He's basically trapped in China. uh, Ai Weiwei, and I could get, I don't know, hopefully I don't get issues over on TikTok for talking about him, but he brings his concepts into, like, he has this idea and he uses abstract things to convey his message. So that in like that type of thing, I can I can totally see. But if it's something like what you're saying, like a banana with a tape, that's absurd. But you see, there's also and I guess they've brought it out of proportion. But I think it's really awesome. But he was influenced by another artist. Um, uh, Come on, what's his name? I'm terrible with names. The graffiti artist. Come on, I'm trying to get it. There's one, the one that influenced the one that I'm talking about, Blick Lerat, I think, from France. There was a stencil artist in France, and he made really cool stuff. Then this other one that I'm talking about, uh, come on, graffiti. Come on, how can I not remember that? Uh, Banksy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I was thinking of the guy with the flowers, about to throw that thing, and I couldn't get to the name. But yeah, Banksy. There's Banksy. There's the one that always makes the obey thing with. Let's see. That's the giant. Well, if you look up obey, you're gonna find his stuff. Obey giant. Yeah, Shepard Fari. Fari? Yeah, Shepard Farley. But yeah. So, to answer your question, I don't think all of modern art is ridiculous. I just think that there's some stuff that it's not worth the the money that gets paid for. So this sort of thing. I don't know if you can see it there on the screen. That's Shepard Fari. Shepard Fari. Well, Obey Giant. He is always making those like within the same theme, those syntheses like really graphical, and they're really like inspired by uh, posters from, I would say, like the 50s or 40s, uh, probably 30s, and he just plays around with that theme. Uh, so yeah, you can find modern art that is freaking awesome, and you can find a lot of modern art that it's just absurd. NFT artist? I don't think he's an NFT artist. Um, I know that people have, like, apparently they identified him recently or something, because he was anonymous for a long time because he basically defaced buildings. So that's illegal in a lot of places, and also kind of to keep to himself. There's a lot of artists that do that kind of thing. Uh, but yeah, maybe there's NFTs. I wouldn't buy a Banksy NFT because it's probably a scam. Which there's something to be said about that world. But yeah, I don't think he would do it. Like, if he makes an NFT or NFTs, probably once you buy them, they would destroy themselves or something like that. Um, yeah, if you look into that, the like Banksy is a really interesting artist. Exactly. Yeah, he's like super famous. People take down walls to try to take his art. And so yeah, there's, if you look for modern art that is worth your time, you can find it. There's also a lot of nonsense that is kind of just to uh, take money from people. Thank you, appreciate it. So I would say, when you can, support artists that are live, because let's say you, I don't know, Muka, the one that I was talking about. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the. It's a way of expression and a way to communicate really strong subject matters in a digestible form. What was I saying? Oh, that, so as much as possible, is I think it's good to support artists that are alive, because, like, for example, Muka, I don't know where his work is uh, kept, but most of artists that are dead, they're kept in private collections and like funds, that type of thing. So it just keeps money within what would be like a corporation. If you support a small artist, it changes their whole life. So that's a paradigm that it's kind of complex in this day and age. Like museums, there's a lot of. That's why I'm telling you that there's art, that modern art, that makes sense, and it's relevant, or I consider it to be relevant and interesting. And there's modern art that is just money grab type of thing. So yeah, you just have to look through uh, the landscape right now, and find stuff that you enjoy, that you would like to support, and just uh, do that as much as possible. Like if you're broke, don't take your well earned money and pour it into that kind of thing. But oh, that makes total sense. And now that you mention it, I think I heard that when I was still in school. I have a book about him, which I don't have with me because I I migrated. Uh, yeah, but yeah, that would make total sense. I think he was from Prague. Yeah, um, incredible artist, incredible. Like all he did was freaking amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this stuff. Let's see if I can. Uh, Come on. Mm, Hopefully the lighting. No. Sometimes the sensor for the camera doesn't want to collaborate with me. Oh yeah. Just give me a second. Properties. There you go. Let's see. Because I need the color reference. Uh, just come on. Should be something like that. I guess. No, 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 no. Too much. There you go. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Oh, look at that. In the time I was doing this, the camera decided to adjust itself. Which, yeah, cool. I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, about Muka, I get, he was just incredible. Like my, I would say like I have like four artists that are my favorite. He's one of them. I just okay. I also really like Dali or Dali. Uh, I also learned a bunch of stuff about him, and I don't know. Well, just gonna just replay this stuff. I need to add more music to a playlist. Sorry for repeating the music endlessly, but I really need something to go on the background. It's just, yeah, so much silence for me. No, this is the one I wanted to play. Just keeps playing that we're cruising. Oh my god. Oh, my dog has been sleeping through this entire thing. Every now and then turns, looks at me, and keeps on sleeping. It's kind of funny. Like if reincarnation exists, I want to be a well taken care of dog. Like get to chill most of the day. I guess the part that might not be as fun is if you're on your own. I guess it's just stressful for them when you have to leave the house and they don't know where the hell you are. Yeah, that's the part that, yeah, like should get a pet for the pet type of thing. There we go. Mm. The next holiday, well, I actually have the Thursday and Friday free because of of Thanksgiving. They don't celebrate it here, but if you work for U.S. clients, then they of course take Thanksgiving. Uh, but I'll probably stream anyways because it's not my tradition to do Thanksgiving. I don't know. Maybe I can add it to to the theme of those days. And I guess after that it would be December. I have a few days that I'm going to probably take off. The 24th, 25th, 31st. Usually in my country, people uh, celebrate like up to the, I don't know, 15th of January or something. uh, when they can. But yeah, it used to be a huge tradition for us to celebrate December. Like often you would start preparing things in November. Eh, yeah, hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Eh, I'm curious. Did that appear? No, it doesn't. This is weird. It should appear here. Hmm. Sorry, it doesn't appear on the screen. I don't know why. I've tried, but hi. I'm about to finish the stream, but you can hang out if you want to. Uh, so it's the 25th of the 24th, the 25th, because it's when uh, like Jesus is born, so it's Christmas basically. Uh, and then the 31st because it's a new year. But we usually start decorating and that sort of thing. At least it used to be like that in Venezuela, like in November. Some of the people used to do that, but yeah, I don't know. Just having to migrate and not being able to spend it with my family the way I used to just changed my perspective about Christmas. I just try to enjoy as much as I can when I can, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It changed the whole holiday changed forever for me. Unless I'm spending it with my family, but if not, I don't particularly want to do anything, honestly. But I do take the days off and try to enjoy myself. Okay. Um, yeah, that's I as I was talking about this, I was also thinking about that. Like, yeah, I want to make it how it was for me growing up. Like, have those memories is something that you remember for the rest of your life. So it doesn't have to be anything huge. It just like the simple regular things that people do during Christmas. That's like I can remember vividly, uh, like awesome Christmas morning. That's like having your gifts under the tree and that sort of thing. Just go and open the presents in your pajamas and just enjoy your day, like playing with the stuff that you got, or just enjoying the moment of the exchange of presents. It's something that you will remember forever. So most certainly, I would like to make those memories for my little one. Just to add to the underwater theme. This certainly isn't good for you, but the smell of these markers is quite enjoyable for me. That's the thing. It's so easy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't overthink it. Just keep going. Yeah. I think they make them like that on purpose. Yeah, just put the best smell you can. It would make sense because like you would always want to buy something that like it's like the smell of a new car, that type of thing. Like there's a like new car smell, that type of thing. Things where when they're new, smell awesome. I don't know. It's me making this nonsense again. Self doubt, my friend. Just let go of it. Yeah, man. I enjoy this type of stuff. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes people pay attention to it, sometimes they don't pay as much attention, but the reason you do this is because you really want to. Oh, that's kind of a rough one, but uh, yeah, there's certainly some. Like for example, there's it has a name actually. Uh, I cannot recall, and not like in if I cannot recall it in Spanish, I cannot think of it in English. But the smell of uh, dirt, like when it's raining and dirt gets like starts soaking up water. That smell, it's a really specific one, and it actually has a name. Same as the smell of recently cut grass. Like it has a really particular smell. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. So yeah, there's a whole thing about that. Apparently, I recently learned that our oh I think our baby woke up. Hopefully she's okay. Petrichor. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that one is for the dirt that I'm talking about, or is the recently cut grass, but it's probably the the, the dirt. Uh, but yeah, it's a whole thing, and apparently what I was gonna get to, but I didn't, and I'm sorry if I jump around between subjects all the time. I tend to be like this. Our noses are way better at smelling things that we give ourselves credit for. Apparently, and don't quote me on this, just look it up for yourself. Uh, Apparently, our noses have as many like points of smell, like the amount of spots where you can smell things is the same as with a dog. The thing is that the way you process it is not the same. So, for example, the shape of the nose also affects the way you interpret smells. So, in dogs, apparently the cut part of the nose lets the smell stay there longer, which makes them better at that. Having said that, apparently we are as capable of recognizing smells as dogs. It's just a matter of us getting used to uh, not using our noses as much, but we kind of do in really subtle ways, which I don't I don't want to get into, but yeah, we do that a lot. So um, yeah, I made this drawing today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Whoever joined, and maybe you're watching this in the future. Appreciate you. Consider subscribing, hitting that like, hitting that bell, and check out my stuff on my website, Ronald Illustra. Ronald Illustra. RonaldSegovia.com. I think that's my website. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I have merch there. I have my illustrated deck of cards. You can find there too. I make backgrounds for like phone backgrounds. If you want to check it out. Yeah. Thanks for joining as always. Um. Yeah. So I guess see you all tomorrow. Ugh, sorry for that. I got surprised. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. I'll be cutting the stream now. Bye.